Yes.
Hello, hello.
What's up, everybody?
Stop doing that.
Doing what? Talking in such a ridiculous tone.
Yes.
How's everybody doing? Everybody doing today? Going today on the Sunday evening, which is amazing weather where we are. You should be here.
Yes.
You should come here and you should be here. Although we had a wicked storm this week, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it was like pretty bad in other parts of Europe as well, like Germany apparently. So people got.
In the beginning, it started in Kiev as well.
Oh, really? Like if maybe you can Google it somewhere, I don't know. But Arcadia, if you know Arcadia, was like a full-on river, wasn't it? Like a pretty strong river going down the middle of Arcadia. Was pretty crazy. So yeah, it was interesting to see. Yeah. Okay. So what are we talking about today? Hey, Ian, how are you? Tony and Tracy, welcome back to the channel. And Ken, and anyone else who joins us today. So we actually were just going to do like a live video about
English-speaking girls.
We were going to just do a live video about anything like we normally do, and then we thought, well, hang on a second, why don't we talk about English-speaking ladies, because we always talk about that. Yes, you do. And we talk about it with our clients, with guys that we have calls with. It's a hot topic, and so it should be. It's very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're going to talk about today. But as usual, I feel as though I'm not in the.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we like it like sitting like that? It's a different. Today we decided to switch, and
no, we didn't. Did we?
Yes.
But we're sitting. It's the opposite. It's very confusing.
Yeah, for us. But anyway, so I feel like striker now. All good. So a little update. Everything is good. Odessa is beautiful still, and the water at the beach is very warm. And people, honestly, not even thinking about COVID stuff, but sometimes once in a while there's a news about future. And nowadays they do vaccination. Mama, привет.
Oh,
they do vaccination in the shopping malls.
I have an experience with this.
You already did?
No, I did not get it. But when I was at the mall yesterday, on the mall I'm talking about, the very top floor had probably maybe like 8 tables, and on the table was a printed out bit of paper that said Moderna on it. I don't know what the other table said. Maybe you could decide which one you want.
Yeah, but they don't have Pfizer yet. They do Coronavac. It's like, I don't know, some kind of stuff. Hello. Yes, and so they do this vaccination for free, and a lot of people are doing that. And nowadays, more and more countries are getting open. If you have vaccination, they still request, like, even if you have vaccination, you need to do test here, test there. But people still, I've been talking to my friends in travel industry, and they said that, they want to travel, people want to travel, and they just go, even though, like, it's sometimes pricey, because in some places, the travel operator, they cover money for that, and sometimes they don't. So,
but the shops here, like you can go, if you go to the supermarket, no one's wearing a mask. It's just when you get to the checkout, you have to put it on. If you don't have one, you just say, I don't have one. And
I always look down like this, and sometimes they let me.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
No, not for me. They don't. They look at me and go, he looks like he needs to wear a mask. So then you just buy a mask for like 20 hryvnias or whatever it is.
No, it's cheaper. Don't scare the guys. But better to have your.
Well, whatever it is.
5.
Well, I buy the top shelf. I buy the best ones. Okay, you're buying the cheaper ones. I buy them.
I have mine with me.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about English-speaking ladies. What do you guys want to know?
Nothing. Okay.
Crickets. Well, because one thing that we always talk about with our guys is, does it matter if she speaks English or not? And I'm going to say the majority. What do you reckon? Like 75%, 70% will say that they only want English speaking. Or some guys say they're open to it, And one thing that we do is that we will always prioritize matching you with ladies speak English, right?
Yeah.
If we can, if it's possible.
Yes. Because like with our stuff, like with our tours, we the guys, first of all, they see the ladies who speak English first. So they choose these ladies. They choose from Rocket Match, and then when they send me the list of ladies that they like from the English-speaking part, like I get the response from the agencies and from the girls if they're interested, if they know it, what's happening, and then from there, like I match them with more. But majority of the ladies are the ones who speak English, and to be honest, funny enough is that not always guys, like we do introduce them to English speaking ladies, and there's like on our tour it's usually 50-50 or even like more English speaking ladies than not. But two couples that happening now, both guys choose the ladies that don't speak English. They attracted more to them and they have more chemistry and they have more attraction to each other.
And we've even got clients. Why do I do that? We've even got clients where we they said they only wanted to only have English speaking ladies, and then when you've said why don't you try and meet her, and they do, and then that's the lady that they that's the lady that they've found the most connection with. Now I have a theory about this, right? Have I told this theory before?
Mm-mm.
I think maybe I did on another live video. But here's my theory, right? So if a man and a woman are together, she has to give him cues that she is interested. You know, she might play with her hair, she might say some certain things, she might speak in a different way. Her body language will give these cues, right? And if she can speak English, you know, I talk about it like it's senses, right? If you take away one sense, the other senses work better. So if you close your eyes, for some reason you can smell better, you know, you can hear better as well. So I believe that if a woman really, really likes me, she has to show these cues of interest, right? If she can't say things verbally, then she has to use other cues as well. And quite often you'll hear, we hear that the lady who didn't speak English was so affectionate. You know, she was trying to hold his hand, like she was sitting really close to him. She was playing with her hair. And the guy picks up on these things, you know, like it's in us to naturally see these things, even though we think that we can't. And to get that feeling, right? To get that sense that she's interested in him. And I believe that if you take away the ability for her to speak, she knows she still has to give out these cues, but she doesn't have one of them that she can use. And she can't say to him, you know, you've got really nice eyes, because maybe she doesn't know how to say that, or she doesn't feel comfortable saying it. So she uses these other cues. And like, it seems to be, this is what I'm sort of seeing, is that these women seem to be more affectionate. Would you sort of agree with that? That they sort of seem to act in a different way?
Yeah, it was funny. Last tour it happened, and the lady was there, and our wing woman, she was like making fun of, because after the dates we always like discuss everything and we say like what was there, what was not, and like the guy give his feedback and we give the feedback, because when we even have like several guys on a tour, I try to be always at the same place. So even if I translate for my guy, we book the table in the same restaurant, so I always watch and I can come for a second, because for me actually it's like few minutes and you know I can understand what's going on there. And so, and it was funny, the wing woman say like, have you seen her? Like she was like, her hair, like she was always like moving, and she give him a look all the time. It was funny because it was true. And after the tour, this guy, he get back to the city to meet with her, and he said it was good. Keep going. Yes.
So that's just my theory on it anyway. And, you know, it's a difficult one really, because, you know, communication is very important, obviously, and verbal communication is very important. Obviously, when you get to a level into the relationship where you have to discuss certain things, you know, Google Translate isn't going to do it, you know. So these things are difficult. These are hurdles that you have to overcome if you decide to pursue a relationship with a woman that doesn't speak English. One thing I'll say is that a lot of them understand more than they can speak, you know.
Definitely, yes.
And even we actually, one of our clients was in town on his like second or third trip, right, to come back and see the lady that he met back in March, I think it was. And she had okay English, but I was watching her when we were all talking, and you could see that she understood like everything that
it's more difficult to maybe explain and express, like to answer, but
yeah,
she understands.
But she understands it. When I said to him, I think you said to him something about like her English is pretty. Was it me or you? Like her English is pretty good. And he goes, the best thing is that we just can't fight. He's funny. So that was kind of. So that was good. So it can work. She will be willing to learn just because she doesn't speak English. Now, I've seen this actually a few times. That if a woman wants to meet a Western man, she would have learned English before, you know, she started dating them. It doesn't work that way. Like, she has to be motivated somehow. She has to be exposed to the language. She has to be practicing it. She's not just going to give up part of her life to learn a language to hopefully meet a man at some point in the future, which may or may not happen.
Last trip in Zaporozhye, we met a lady, and very, very nice lady, and very pretty. And she didn't speak English, like she maybe know a few words, but she said that like she was very motivated, and she said, as soon as I meet the man, I just like don't know will it ever happen to me or no. But if I meet a Westerner, like I will immediately learn because I know it's possible. I said, like, how do you know it's possible? And she said, my best friend, she got married with a Westerner. She speaks zero English, and she learned it like within 2-3 months when she moved to America. So she was like highly motivated. She was trying. She was not scared of Google Translator when the guy came to meet her without us. So it is possible. But of course, like I always prefer when the ladies speak English, because I think it's, it's, to be honest, like it's two ways about that. So when the ladies speak English, they can sometimes ask the question, especially when you're just meeting each other. It's such a vulnerable meeting, first one. Somebody say, it's just like it's a first meeting, like it's not even a date. Like somebody take it more serious. But, this is the, how you call it, like the fundament, like for the house. Fundamental. Yeah, it's like, it's the most important, the first layer that you can't ever change, because there's no, there's no way to make first impression second time, right?
Yeah. We actually talk about it in the course about, the benefits and things like that of dating a woman who doesn't speak English as opposed to. So take, for example, an attractive woman who maybe doesn't have kids, just say, because that seems to be, what a lot of guys go for, or grown up kids, depending on, the demographics of who you are or what age you are. And if you have two, like, let's say they're twins for some reason, or they're very close to each other. One speaks English and one doesn't speak English, right? The one that speaks English has a lot, if she's looking for a Western relationship. The one that doesn't speak English has a lot less options, therefore a lot less competition when it comes to a relationship. So this is just something to take with you along the way. If she's beautiful, she meets all the criteria, she's had a lot of probably offers, and usually what happens when you have a lot of choice and a lot of offers is that people become quite choosy. It happens to the guys as well, doesn't it? When a guy dates too much, he can become a little bit choosy. Happens the same thing as well. Just ask Elena from Kyiv. We haven't talked about it for a while, have we?
I think that she disappeared.
No, I don't think she's going anywhere. She's on the internet forever. Yeah. She's not going anywhere.
Guys, do you have any questions to us? Like this?
Let's have a read of the comments.
No, there's no questions. We're gonna do the next live video maybe in a couple of weeks because we're leaving for the tours. And
Next week?
That's why we decided to do it today. So if you have any questions about Ukraine, Ukrainian culture, Ukrainian girls, Ukrainian cities, please feel free to ask.
What else can we say about English speaking?
I wanted to say here, like Janik said, that ladies who is not talking English is not serious about finding a husband, and don't say that it's because they don't have money to pay for the lessons. Janik, to be honest, like and they say like they're many years on the sites and don't know English. That's crap. Guys on the websites for years and they don't speak any Russian or Ukrainian. So I don't think that this is an issue.
Yeah, I'm trying to see which side of the penny you're on. The ladies whom is not
No, he's on the bad side. He said that like it's a crap. Like if they don't speak English, then they're not serious.
Well, okay. Well, here's another question you could look at. You could say, well, how many guys learn Russian when they come?
It's what I said. Like there's so many years on the websites, and honestly, like I think that if it would be. Like if I would not see opposite, I would be agree with you, to be honest. But for example, like some of our agencies, they are, working with local guys as well. And so like the lady, there are some ladies who really come to the agency and they say that they want only to meet locals. So we're not introducing them and they're not on any, of our website. Yeah. But in general, no, even like our couple, Kevin and Elena, she didn't speak like English. She didn't she learned it at school, but she really didn't know it. And then while they've been dating and making their visa, like she learned it and she practicing. Another couple like that, Clinton and Svetlana, like she didn't speak well. Like she learned by herself. She was reading actually good, but she can't really understand. So she was sitting with the book and translating. When she moved there, she went to the classes and easily get involved into the culture, and she learned.
Yeah, I wouldn't I wouldn't discount a woman who hasn't learned English as a woman that would be good for a relationship. I think you're like qualifying something that doesn't need to be qualified, because okay, she doesn't speak English yet. If she's motivated, she'll learn it faster than someone who's just learning it for fun, for example. Like, and if you ever try to learn a second language, you'll understand like it is very difficult. And the motivation, like for a woman to give up X amount of hours per day over X amount of time just to find a man, like it's just not a reasonable thing. But if she's with a man and she wants to speak with him, she will do it.
Can you read like the Blaze? I can't see. I've been wanting you and Luba's thoughts on this little thing that women here in the US.
I'll put it on the big screen.
It's even smaller.
Oh yeah.
Have started taking pride in, and if it is a thing in the Slavic nations, and that having big body count. What is big body count? Make it.
Did you mean to say body or booty? Because
Booty.
a big booty count is a little bit different. Then one thing, your thoughts on the little thing that the woman here in the West is taking pride in. Oh, you mean like the woman like sleep with a lot of men?
Men sleep with a lot of men?
No.
Women sleep with
The woman sleep with a lot of men, I think is what he means. I don't know. We'll come back to it when he clarifies it. Yeah.
Can you mention to UK guys that if they are double jobbed, what is that?
Double, like two, like complete injections. What do you call it? I don't know.
To vaccinate, like full vaccination too. They don't need to quarantine when they return to UK.
Funny enough, we actually had two calls yesterday from guys from UK. One back to back. Actually, no, one was now living in the United States, but the first one was still living in UK. And I did mention that information to him. His response was they may change it soon. So, but I think Ian has got his finger on the pulse with some of that stuff. But yeah, okay. So you guys in UK, like I see, we have a lot of phone calls with guys from United States, a lot from United States. We have all over Europe.
We're getting more from UK.
But recently we're getting more from UK. We have guys from New Zealand, from UK, from Australia, South Africa. And it's like the guys from UK, you don't realize how good you've got it. It's like, it's right there. It's like me flying to Kiev, kind of a little bit further, I suppose. But it's right there. Like you can fly here for the weekend to go on a date with the lady that you're dating. Do you understand how incredibly amazing that sounds like coming from someone from New Zealand, where it takes me 40 hours to fly there? And it's the longest. I think it's actually the longest flight available. It's from New Zealand to Dubai. It's like 17 or 18 hours. Do you understand how long that is? To sit in a chair like this, and watch the Bourne Identity 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The Bourne Identity. They always have that on the plane, and I always watch them because it's.
Hello, John.
The way that it is. But yeah, like you guys from UK, man, you should really seriously consider this. I mean, especially because of the state of the woman over there. No offense, I'm from UK as well. I get it. I'm allowed to say that. But the for what is available to you on your front doorstep, you can come here.
I disagree, Larry. Sorry.
Oh, with Larry or with me? You can't disagree with what I just said there. That was just.
No, you're the best.
Thanks. Larry, okay. Is it true that the younger the woman, the more likely she is already to speak some English, so the chance of dating an older mature? What are your thoughts on that?
No, we just was talking like we just a couple of days met. Elena is 53 and she speaks fluent English, and a lot of ladies they do speak. So honestly, at the moment, like there's one lady I met last trip. I was sitting there and I was like, where did you learn your English? It was like, first of all, it was very UK accent. Like I thought, like, I don't know, maybe if you guys like from UK would talk to her, you would think that she's like yours.
She thinks she was the queen.
Like but honestly, like such a good English. Like I felt like a student next to her, like she was like, mwah, perfect. and older women. So really no difference. A lot of people nowadays, like I will tell you this way, as you all know, I work in this industry for 12 years. Striker always making fun of me. That's why I said it.
No, I don't. I just think
I'm proud of that.
I think it's great.
You know, I've been in and out.
It's like your catchphrase. It's like Nike, just do it. It's like, I'm Luba and I've been in the industry 12 years.
Да, вот. So when I just started, it just interesting for me to see. Like it was really very rare when the ladies speak English. There was no phones, there was no translators. I think that because I told that I count my years of work by iPhones. So when I started, it was it was iPhone 3. Yes, it was. Yes, it was a little bit before iPhone 3 because I didn't have iPhone 3. My friend did. I started from 4. And so, there was no internet, there was no translator, like they was bullshitting that they going to internet cafe to translate your letters and blah, blah, blah. So, but anyway, like what I say is that like now I see that there's such a competition with work in Ukraine that if you really want to get a better job, if you want to work anywhere, you need to speak English, even older people. You know, I'm a little bit related to the IT industry as well. And so we do have a lot of guys who are 50 plus guys even. And one of the guys, he speaks perfect English, just like perfect. And he learned it almost recent, like a couple of years ago. So people do speak much more English. And especially older ladies, I would say, if they want to get good job, if they want to stay at their job, they need to learn it. So, and they sometimes more determined than the younger ladies who can be lazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, maybe what he was getting at maybe was because they teach it in school, but the ladies that we deal with weren't in school like 2 or 3 years ago. They were in school
Tracy, I will reply to you. There's like Lugansk, Donetsk. It's always very different. I don't know the details of your trip. Sorry, I didn't reply to you. I seen your message. I just was busy. I will reply to you.
Okay, so I'm just going to go back up here. So Ken says the body count is the number of people he or she has slept with. I've got to go back to the question. So basically saying they're proud of it. Like you won't get that in Ukraine. Like really I can't say all women are angels in any part of the world. But I mean, it's not, I don't think it's something that's proud of. I know what you mean though. One thing that really like tipped me over the edge back in New Zealand was in our social group, there are some girls in there and we all hung out. We had a good time. We'd all go hang out at the clubs or festivals and stuff like that. And it would always the way they talked about they hooked up with another guy this weekend, or did you hook up with him? I hooked up with him the other weekend. And they just talk about it like it was nothing. And this was before I went to Ukraine and I didn't really understand much about like traditional relationships. I hadn't read any books at all. I didn't know anything about relationships at all. Didn't know anything at all. And I would still feel like that wasn't right, and then now what I know now, it's like, it's just Western culture is just that it's fun to talk about the girl. It's fun for the girls to talk about who they slept with last week. I slept with them and I wish I hadn't, I was drunk and blah, blah, blah. And
Stop.
What?
What are you talking about?
Oh, just Western, he's talking about us.
I thought Ukrainian girls talking about with whom.
No, I'm talking about like in the West. And that really sort of, I used to just think it was really strange the way how free and open they were about it. I never thought it was very good.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I've finished my rant.
No, it was interesting. Like when I was in UK, some of you may know that I was going to move there for work. But anyway, when I went there, there was a lot of in this company, there was a lot of girls and they was all drinking a lot. And like when I say a lot, it was a lot. It was even more than Ukrainian guys. And I'm like not really drinking, like I can drink some wine or, some cocktail like once in a while, but not really. And like the guy who recruited me, he said, like, how do you like it? I said, like, everything is good, but please don't make me go out with them. I mean, I want to be friendly with them, but, I don't want, like, they really, they closed me in the room and they say that I need to drink like 17 types of sambuca with them and only... Sounds like your place, but
where was this? Was I there?
I was there. And for me it was like, and I said, but I can't do it. Like they really, the only thing that they talk about is that what they drink, how they've been drunk, and like how much they're going to drink next time. And he said, oh, like tell me that you're different. What you Ukrainian girls discussing and what you doing? Like going shopping. And I look at him and really like me and my girlfriends, like we are going to like such an interesting event. We learn how to like nowadays it's very popular how to serve like a table, like nicely when you have guests. We go to the art galleries, like we go to interesting lectures, we're going to movies, but we're not discussing how much we've been drinking and how much we will drink next time. So in some matter, I understand. So as you can see,
honestly, it's like
I didn't take
culture.
but you see, I didn't take the job offer. I'm here with you guys.
Because they drank too much. You didn't like Zambuca, did you? Now I'm lost.
No, it's okay. Can I like we? It's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
I will tell you where. No. Down.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. We're just very amateurish at this stuff. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Ian, he says cheap flights with Ryanair. Do you know what the price? I don't know what the price of the flights are from UK.
It's $120.
$120.
Yes, 3,000 something hryvnias.
I'm starting to feel very upset that I'm not. Well, actually, I am from UK,
but you just been there.
Yeah, I did. I don't know how much I paid. How am I supposed to know that?
Can you stop it because I feel dizzy? Can you please just stop it? Please.
There we go. Okay. So if Ian
please,
knows,
it's okay.
If Ian knows what those cost, let us know what they cost, or because most people probably don't know.
I just said here.
But Ian might know. Being from UK, he might know if there's some updates or something like that.
It's
okay.
Like,
so he says $66. So I'm not sure what that is in dollars.
It's one way.
£66.
It's one way or both?
Yeah, I mean that's incredibly
it's 3,000 something.
That's incredibly cheap. So you guys from UK, what are you doing? Summer, let's go.
Did you book Ryanair or also Wizz Air? There should be flights as well. Just don't touch. Okay, just 1 second. Okay.
Yeah.
During a tour, do you find a client that is difficult to match to a girl? So recently, we had a very interesting situation. And it's happening right now. And so it's happening from time to time when Papa Striker has to jump into the game because sometimes guys said, I'm done. I met what I want. I don't want anything else. And I sit and it's like third girl. And I say, no, dear. We're going to do that. No, Luba, I don't want. No, I'm staying here. I can't go anywhere. And I said, we can't do it. We just need to keep going. And, even difficult cases, I will be honest that we had, even that we have a very big database. So we can really match every guy, with every guy that we accept. I will put it this way, right? Because we're not accepting everybody. Every guy that we talked and I said that we can help, right?
We can only do so much, I guess. We've never had a client that we haven't been able to present very good options for, and to be honest, if we thought that we couldn't help.
Tracy's incredible.
If we thought that we had a client that was unrealistic, unreasonable, or we just thought that it'd be too difficult to find matches for them, we wouldn't take the client on. I understand that a lot of companies cram as many as they can through the door. That's business. For us, it's different. We want to have results, but you've also got to remember from our point of view is that we have a pretty good reputation, very good reputation with our partners out there. So we're known within that circle, or all those different circles, for bringing quality guys that are reasonable. If we were to bring guys that we couldn't find matches for, well, what's going to happen, And this is quite often what happens with some of these other companies is guys that are unrealistic, that don't take care of themselves, they're just not what you would consider, okay guys or quality guys. And what are the agencies going to do? They want to make money, so what do? Well, they bring in the fixer, and that's what we don't want, And we're very, very strict with the agencies. Okay, we have removed a couple of agencies just because we didn't have a good vibe about them, or we found something else out through someone else about them. So we remove them. And we have to keep up that appearance with them. And that's how it works. It works in a full circle. We look after them, they look after us. Otherwise, it doesn't work. We turn into one of these other ones, and we're just not interested.
John is asking for the tours, which airport are best to fly to? We are meeting our clients only in Odessa. Yes, it's our thing, because like we've been doing it in a different cities. I've been flying to client like when he was flying to Kiev, but I think it's so much better when the guy arrived to Odessa. 1 or 2 days, we just entertain him here, like welcome him to the culture, even though he already been. But with me in Striker, it's always different, as you can imagine. And so we taking care of the guy here, and then from Odessa, we're starting our tour.
Yeah, we want, because when I went into this, it's like you fly in, and a lot of the guys as well, they fly in and you're like stressed, you're kind of frazzled, and it's like you're going to start, and you just want some time to chill out. So the idea is that come to Odessa, it's probably the most relaxed place in Ukraine, and just chill out, eat some good food, just relax. If it's the summer, go chill out at the beach. We'll take you for like a walk around. We'll take you out for lunch, try some random Ukrainian food, and just relax, just chill out, maybe get rid of some of that jet lag. And then we start, as opposed to just, okay, you're flying, okay, let's go. You're stressed, you'll get frustrated. We want you to be as relaxed as possible and to enjoy your trip in Ukraine, because that's what it's all. Actually, we were just talking before about, we got an email, we had a chat with a guy yesterday or the other day, where, he understood what we were doing, and he emailed us back today or yesterday, I think. And it says, like, I see what you guys are offering that's different from these other, different from these other companies. And it's the one thing that we always try and push, is that, like, it's not just fly in and date, right? Because that's what every other company does. And it's stressful. And if it doesn't work, your whole trip in Ukraine just wasn't a pleasurable experience. And for us, our measure of success is that you can't wait to get back to Ukraine when you get back home. And I always ask the guys, how do you feel being home? And they all want to get back here. They missed Ukraine. They missed the time that they had that was here. So that's why we say that, the experience you'll have with us, like, you'll experience culture, which we think is important, especially if you're marrying a Slavic woman, at least like get a feel for where she came from, because you've got no idea where she came from. Maybe she came from the village. You'll go see some of these places. You'll go to, actually did a very good video the other day, yesterday, about, you went to like the village. Did you? Was it the village? And there was like old, like, machinery and things at the thing. Old stuff. Yeah, like old Slavic stuff. But
go ahead.
Yeah, so try and understand where she came from, where her family came from. It's important, like, try different food, go to different museums, see what it was like in the Soviet Union. These things are all important. And what we were just talking about before this video, for some reason, I don't know why exactly how it came up, but it was that, with us, it's a,
go ahead, speak.
It's a, it's a whole experience. The whole thing is, it's an experience. It's not just for dating, right? And it's very important to us. And if we were talking about, like, if someone says, I don't want to do all that stuff, I just want to come over there and meet like 10 ladies or 15 ladies, whatever, then go home, which is probably not the product or the service for you. Ours is this, and it's different from everyone else. If you want something else, then go somewhere else. But for us, it has to be about the experience. It has to be about the Ukrainian experience, travel, every day on the tour. If you want to, most guys do it. Luba or Maria or whoever is your wing woman will sit down and do Russian lessons with you after breakfast or during breakfast, just to give you, it's a few things that you can say, which is kind of cutesy, I suppose, but it shows to the Ukrainian woman that you're willing to learn, that you can learn stuff, that you're capable of learning another language if you wanted to. So it's a whole experience, and that's the way that we built it, based on my own personal experience going through these other companies that really don't give a shit about any of that sort of stuff. The best you'll get is a walking tour to go look at a statue in the morning.
Guys, I want to remind you that we have a Telegram channel, and I will put here the link. I know Striker always telling me they can't copy that, but in the description below this video will be, please subscribe there. We're putting like little updates and little videos about Ukraine, about life in Ukraine. And we do have 2 new channels. One is like Hard Rocket on the Go and Rocket Life. And Tracy here is asking, like, this is not even a dating question, but we haven't heard anything about your apartment, how it is going. So soon we will update.
Yeah, we did. We've got updates for it. I just haven't had a chance to edit them and then upload them. We've just been so busy with overcommitting ourselves to so many different things.
Yeah, so please subscribe to our other channels. Everything will be in description below, and please subscribe to Telegram, because there, we have a very close communication with the guys. I enjoy it very much, because if something happening with us, like with our clients, we always share, and many interesting things, I think.
Quick posts of like what's happening during the day, what we're looking at. It's like, hey, put this on Telegram. So we would never do that with YouTube. It's just too much work.
Yeah. So here's the question. Definitely the guy didn't talk to us, obviously.
Are you talking about Madhu?
Yes. What's your opinion? Is it better to correspond with different ladies, or one is a good before coming in Ukraine? Striker, what do you think about that?
None.
Stop doing that. Stop doing that, Madhu.
Yeah, Madhu. Like, come on, man. I've never actually seen that name before, but don't correspond with any. Okay, like in a very rare situation, it can sort of work. We do have a client actually who did do it with us, where we looked after it, we facilitated, and he's now living with her in in a country, in a middle place country. So for him, it worked. For what you're doing, I know what you're doing. You're writing letters, you're paying for credits or whatever, and you're not talking to the real person.
For the guys who are first time with us, we highly recommend to talk to us personally. Go to our website, www.heartrocket.com, and book a call, and we will tell you what to do and what is the best way. And interesting enough, like recent calls, like we talk with people about different stuff. We really, like, people call us coaches. We don't really like put ourselves in this high position yet, but we do give advice on the different matters, about moving to Ukraine, about about your current relationship, about your relationship that you want to build, about what you're doing, like about your previous, somebody just need to overcome previous relationships. So we help with all of that, and it would be useful to talk to us, I think. So far it's been with everybody. So if you want to find out, especially you, Madhu, please book a call with us, and we will be happily talking to you and explaining you how it works and what is the best thing that you can do for your own success.
And some people may think, $75 to talk to Striker and Luba, that doesn't sound like it's going to be a good spend of the money. If you're talking to several ladies on these sites, you'll blast $75 easily. Say a day, I'll say like in an hour, But so you understand what those sites cost. Okay. Can you do more videos about war museums and the cars? Yeah.
I just, sometimes I went and I see something else interesting else in the same museum, but I think I already posted a video there. So I don't know. I don't want to annoy you with the videos. I want them to be useful and interesting. But of course, like if I see something, I will definitely share with you.
One thing I'll say here, I said something on the last live video where I said that there was going to be Striker tours. Remember that? And then we got emails saying, someone said something about like, I'm glad I went before there were Striker tours and there was Luba tours. And I was like, okay, yeah, thanks for that. But I didn't mean that you're going on tour with me. It just means that I'm coming on the tour as well to lend a helping hand.
Mama Luba will not leave you guys. Everything is fine.
Yeah, that's not me. Come on. We wouldn't get anything done. We'd just be hanging out. I'll be going on the tours as well. It's really just to take some pressure off Luba. Like it is a high pressure, high intensity 10 days, for Luba and for the women. And so I'm just coming along to basically to carry bags, I think.
I see a lot of new names. Edward Solomon, I don't know. Like, welcome.
Scam, pay for letter, don't do it. Edward is correct. He knows what he's talking about.
Guys, tell please if anybody here is planning their trips to Ukraine this summer, who is coming?
On your 7K tour, can I take that down?
Yes.
On your 7K tour.
Why it's so small?
On your 7K tour, is it model cities? It depends, right? So we have partners in all around Ukraine and even in Belarus, even though now at the moment it's
Minimum too.
Yeah, so you're not limited to just going to, like, say, Nikolaev or whatever, not that we would go to such cities most of the time anyway, or Odessa. So it depends on where your dates are. So we don't plan the trip around the cities. We plan the trip around your dates. Okay, and then we have to plan that around anybody else on the tour as well. But it always seems to work out well. And we do have, I'm going to say 3 cities where we have the majority of success, and it's not where you think they would be.
But definitely 2-3 cities for sure. And I want BG Pim.
BJ Pim.
BJ.
You know BJ Pim?
No. BJ Pim, like, what is your name on Telegram? So I will see if there's a picture of you. Thank you for guys who already subscribed right now. Please, I'm waiting for you.
A pub tour.
Tour part of
Don't get me started on that. In 30th of August. What's 30th of August?
Ian is coming.
Oh. Ian's coming on the 30th of August?
Yes.
Ah.
He bought tickets. He just said that a couple of messages before.
Okay. Interesting.
Are you coming to Odessa? You gonna meet?
Striker will handle the bar tour part of Luba's tour.
That's what they worry about.
Interesting.
Yeah, you see, like 5K on letter writing within 3 months on one go.
Oh, that's nothing, man. Like 5K, that is nothing. Like we've seen some shockers. The biggest that we actually interviewed a guy who spent like 200K plus on our channel. If you go have a look for it, we managed to track him down. We interviewed him. And we thought that was the biggest one. And then we spoke to another guy, and we don't know what the guy looked like. He wouldn't turn on his camera. He didn't want to talk to us. And we always insist on talking face to face on camera. In fact, that's the only one time we haven't, right? That I can recall. He said he didn't want to. He said it wasn't important. Anyway, it turned out that he'd spent about at least $230,000 on letter writing. And so we let him tell us the story, but it was just like, come on, man, like $250,000. They're about $250,000, but it was over like 8 or 9 years, right? But still, 8 or 9 years, $250,000 writing to a woman. And yeah, and like he had come over here and actually, no, I won't say what happened because it's not that fair on him, but yeah, it was clearly a scam anyway. That was pretty sad, but we told him the truth, and we knew that he wasn't really interested in listening to that. And I guarantee he's probably up to maybe 300,000 now, unfortunately. But Casey's profile picture looks like Elena from Kiev. No.
But it is a girl.
Yeah.
Why, Casey, you keep a girl on your profile picture?
For those writing on PPL sites, don't write lots of letters. Buy the contact info. No.
Guys, like any modern girl are talking by email to the guys. Like, really?
Come on,
Who told you that? Like, how? Like, maybe like you need to send her a pigeon, like, and you will think that you got your.
Let's address this, all right? Let's address this, Janet. I'm sure you're an awesome dude, but man, I need to just. I'm sorry, man. I
can't see anything like here.
I know, but they can. Their screens are bigger than ours, so I'm not putting it so we can see it. We can see it here.
Because before it was closed. Okay.
So, okay. What they will do is they will try and get you over to email, right? Because especially if they think that you're going to bounce, you'll say something like, "Hey, I don't think I should have to pay so much to message you." They say, "Oh, okay, we're going to lose him. We're losing him." It goes over to email. Where in the world is anybody communicating? Dating via email. Yeah, I mean, I email my accountant, so it's ridiculous. So they'll get you over to the email, and then they'll play the long game, because that's the end of the scam, right? Either the long game is going to work or it's not. Email is nothing. They'll even try and get you over to, like, even if it's like WhatsApp or something like that, with throwaway phones, right? Was it you telling me that you went to an office, one of these scam places, and they had a box of SIM cards? Was it you?
No.
Oh, I can't remember who it was. Someone was telling me that they went into the office, and basically they just buy like SIM cards here cost $4. So they get a SIM card and your number, and they use it for like 10 guys, messaging backwards and forwards. And guys think that, well, I'm not on email, I'm on Viber, so it must be legit. One of the telltale signs that it's a phone, a SIM card that's used over multiple accounts, is that it doesn't have a picture of the lady. It has a picture of like a flower or something like, or a sunset or something like that, because they worried that it's the wrong picture of the wrong girl. If the girl is legit, she'll have a photo of herself, right? Or to have a photo of a dog. No, sorry, I've said that wrong. it'll have a photo of herself. But if it's a generic SIM card, it's some fake photo like her dog, like a dog or an animal. So just don't pay for this stuff, man. Like, don't pay this $400 garbage for like her email.
And Casey, please change your picture. I just zoom it.
Who is this? Who is this?
I think I have rights to say that. Like, it's like a girl from that letter writing website that you just keep. Please, Casey, if you want to meet a Ukrainian lady or any lady, just change your profile picture. It's a must.
And stop writing letters. Just come to Ukraine.
I met for ladies the way of
Natasha Club. Hey, I know someone that used to work for Natasha Club. Do you?
Talking about me?
Yeah. Luby used to work for Natasha Club.
Still have an account. Tak, you can buy a phone number of Google, so you don't even need a phone. Just use a computer. I mean, there's a lot of tricks. You know, I hope that there would be ever anything that can substitute human to human. I mean, it is plenty of stuff, but I mean, that, you know, that will substitute a real meeting. Because like all these tricks, all these like SIM cards, emails, you know, oh, John, Samantha, and etc. So it's not like, please, just people, if you want to meet a person, if you want to come and meet and get into a relationship and then build a strong, serious relationship, like get married, come to Ukraine. If you want to do it in Ukraine, get a proper company. You know, it doesn't has to be us. Like, we never push, like it's your decision. Get a proper company, matchmakers who will really take you, see all your preferences, discuss with you why you want this or that lady, discuss with them what you want, discuss with them what you don't want, so they don't put you on a date with a lady that you have zero interest in, and then go and do that. This is the only way that will work. No other way.
$400. It only costs $50 plus the price of one letter. It doesn't matter. It's not, you're not getting it. It doesn't matter if it costs $5 or $200. You're not getting it. Like, just trust us. Someone here used to work for Natasha Club. Here. Who else do you know that works for letter writing sites that's telling you how it works? That's all you kind of need to know about that. Don't write letters. Honestly, like, think about this. Like, they got away with it like 15 years ago. They got away with it. They had a very good run because it was very difficult, you know, to have these dating sites. There was no Tinder, there was no apps. There was maybe iPhone 3, maybe iPhone 2, something like that. But there was not the way that people meet these days to connect with people around the world. It's so easy. It's incredibly easy to download an app and connect. All right.
And you know, sorry, I distracted you. Like the other day.
Okay, my bad, guys. I promise it's not a Ukrainian girl. It's a YouTuber and influencer from the US, but I get what you mean. Oh, I'm jumping.
Yeah, I know what I was going to say.
I'm jumping from comment to comment. You were going to say...
I forgot. It's okay.
We were talking about Natasha Club, letter, emails, dating apps, iPhone 3. It was there.
It's okay. The girls don't write their own letters. I mean, we like, this video is not about scammers and letter writing. We just really sick of that. We provide a very different service. We provide real meetings, real people meet each other, date, learn Russian, English, whatever, live together, and happily after, right?
I'll say this, and if you're writing letters and you're watching this, I'll say this, and I say this on every call that we have when a guy's writing letters through whatever, Ukraine, something, love, whatever. We listen and we say, yep, okay. And we look at it because we don't know for sure. Right? Like, who are we to say that this person is not real, you know? But I always say this. I say, out of all the guys that I've met and spoken to before Heart Rocket, which was a lot as well, which I would just do calls for free, the guys in Ukraine Fusion and anyone else that I know, and guys that we've spoken to on paid calls to us, so they're paying us, it's not just free ramblings, the amount of successes, and I'm not talking about marriage, I'm talking about just meeting a lady and starting a legitimate, intimate sexual relationship with a lady that they were writing to, and it would be hundreds. It would be in the hundreds, right? 3, 4, maybe more. The amount of successes, and we count successes, just dating, is 0. Think about that. About 70% of our calls, 60, 70% of our calls are guys writing letters. 0.
And we have a
dating
very,
experiences.
and you know, like when the guys call us and say, oh, I've been talking to this girl, you know, honestly, I will be super happy if this girl is legit and you can meet with her and you can build with her some kind of a relationship. And I even say that if you come to us, I will do my best to help you to arrange a date with her. I will tell you what to write to her. I will tell you how to arrange a date with her. If she will show up, I will be there for you. And I always say that because I understand that if you've been writing for somebody for so long and you've been telling everything about you, you've been sharing your days and nights and, you know, your thoughts and your ideas, like you would always just my emotional so you know, if you did all that, for you it's not nothing, for you it's important, and you did that, I will support you and I will tell you exactly what to do to make her meet you if she is real, if she exists, or she will not meet you and you will take her out of your system. I will help you to do that because it is in my interest as well, because I don't want you sorry, to go on a date with a lady, with legit lady that I will put you with and you will think, you know what about this kid that I've been chatting with, like on this website? I don't want you to think so. I want you to literally get disappointed and see, you know, and it's happening like many times. We one time even meet a lady, like one guy came and we knew where she works, and she didn't want to meet with interpreter because that she doesn't feel comfortable. We found her at her work. I came to her, I say, hello, dear lady, do you know this gentleman? She said, no. She said, like, what happened? I said, this is the guy. He's been chatting with you for so long. Did you know that? Do you know that you registered this agency? And she said, what should I say? I said, just tell the truth, like how it is. She didn't even have a clue, you know? So, and if I can't do anything, I will do that to help you, to take it out of your system. But please, like, don't live in this fantasy. Better to save this money that you're planning to spend and come to Ukraine.
There's a closure that we as men need, right, when it comes to things like this, and not every guy needs it. It depends on how, you know, how much cost has been sunk into this. So if you've spent $100,000 or you bought contacts, whatever, you have to see it through, and we get that, you know. And I remember when we first started doing the coaching calls, and we'd say, no, it's garbage. Just trust us. It's a bit of tough love, but you need it right now. And I vividly remember talking to one guy, and I told him, I said, this is how it's operating, this is how it's working, here's this, and I sent him some links and through the chat, and I saw in his face, like he his eyes puffed up and he like welled up, like he wanted to cry. And I saw it, and Libra even messaged me because we weren't at the same location, and she messaged me and she says, go a bit easy on him. And I wasn't trying to be mean, but I was trying to say, look, trust me, this is how it's working. But after that call, you know, I had a good think about, you know, the conversation. And this guy thought that he was in a relationship with this lady for, I don't know, over a year, you know, and I had to break him up with that girl. Like, he went through the same physical and emotional stress that you go through a breakup, and he did it with us, you know. So for me, it was a real, wow, okay, we need to think about these things. So yeah, so now our approach is a little bit different, and so, you know, we don't know for certain. We can tell you how it all works. If you want to pursue that, continue writing or whatever, then you go ahead and do that. But it's important to get out of your system, like Luba says. If you come over to Ukraine and you're coming over with us, we always say, okay, this letter writing you've been on, this is a plan A. Let's be plan B. Let's get you to plan A. Let's see how it works out. But you can't do it the other way around. You can't come and do the tour with us and then go and see if it's real, okay? Because I can guarantee you, like, you've got this, maybe this fantasy in your mind of this beautiful woman who's photoshopped with big boobs, but it's not real, you know, and you can't compare real people to these fake photos, you know, or the fake correspondent, which is all about like, oh, I love you, I'll do anything for you, and doesn't matter that you're 35 years older than me. You know, it's just, we can't compete with that, unfortunately. Okay.
Vontik.
Oh, Vaughn. Vaughn's been on a Heart Rocket tour. Thank you very much. We miss you. Come back. What are you doing over there in the Western world? You're wasting your time. Come come back.
Like, what about Russia? Any connections there? At the moment, we are dealing with Ukraine and Belarus, and even Belarus, it's been a struggle because of this, like all the, not just COVID, just even political stuff. So some of the guys who really wants to go to Belarus, like we support them and they go there for now by themselves. But Russia, so far, like I'm looking for the partners. Hello, my favorites. Working at the moment to find agencies there. But so far, to work with us, it's not easy because I have a very, very high list of requirements, and it should work as we want, like with our morals and views. And if the agency for some reason doesn't want to do that, I just rather not work with them. So in Russian, so far, nobody meets my expectation.
And I don't think it's necessary. You sometimes see people saying things like, you should go to Belarus because it's the women are more traditional, or Russia, the women are more something. There's not really that much difference between the three, not a huge amount of difference, but we do believe that particular types of guys may be better for Belarus or for a particular city, because a lot of guys always want to come and date in Odessa and Kiev, and there are much better places that you can go to. I just saw something here. Irvin 808. Is there monthly payments for buying a flat? So there are options actually for this. We're actually looking at some of these options recently, where you can go to, say, a very established development company who have a lot of buildings that are completed, malls as well. They do the whole range of different types of buildings. So they're reputable, right? It's not their first building. You don't know if it's going to be a rug pull and you lose your money. But you can buy at different stages. So you can buy when there's nothing built, it's off the plans. And maybe you end up getting it for, well under $1,000 per square meter. Then you can buy it at another stage where the concrete basically is poured. And then you can buy it at a further stage, and then you can buy when it's finished as well. If you buy at the earlier stages, before it's built, maybe it's still a year and a half away for it to be completed, and you make the payment each month of $1,200 or whatever it is, that's left to pay. But depending on your deposit for that apartment, depends on your payment going forward. So
it depends on which stage. Like it's a lot to that. It's like, if you want to know more, you and Casey, to put some, sorry, I'm very skeptical, but black dot instead of your picture, it's also kind of not the best idea, but you have rights. Like if you want to use that, you can do it. Even though, like, so much better to have yourself and be honest about that if you want to meet a legit lady, and don't worry about like spending $7,000 on a letter writing girl. But the best option what I can offer to you now is to book a call with us, and we need to have a serious talk about this particular girl.
Like Casey doesn't really have a question. He's just telling us what he did. I wrote to a girl on AFA website.
He fell in love with the picture. I mean, you need to talk to us and we will tell you who you fall in love with. Exactly, in pictures. Casey, please try to get your money back. Okay, John. Thank you. Yeah, by the way, Kyle had a marriage anniversary a couple of days ago. It was 4 years, and he sent me a beautiful video. So I'm very happy, and I hope that soon that will be reunion and everything will be fine.
Okay.
Much. So Casey, please, if you can, if you want, book a call. Same as Madhu. Thank you for your email. I already saw that. We can't really give so much advice or like answer so many questions on email. So when we talk, we can get to know more the situation, because when we answer the question, we always go in depth. We never just like, just to answer. For us, it's important. Like we will ask, Striker will ask you some question. I will listen, then I will ask Striker, and then we put the conclusion together and we give you the whole picture. If I will answer just the plain questions on email, like you will, like you have rights to call me incompetent, like you can tell me that I'm not professional, and I don't want that to happen.
We don't. Like I used to do a lot of emails when I had Ukraine, when I was just running Ukraine Fusion. People would message me a big thing. Some of them are huge, and so you have to actually allocate. This is when I was back in New Zealand, and when I was here as well in Ukraine. You have to allocate like an hour or so every morning to reply to emails, and every email gets another reply, and it would just snowball to the point where I was like, I can't email these people because I have no idea really who they are. They're only telling me certain things. When we talk to you and we always say, like, if you missed us and you ask us a bunch of questions, we give you like a pretty vague thing, and we say, like, we really need to know how old you are, what are you after, how long has this been going on for, where'd you meet this person, tell us some information, how are you corresponding. And to do that via email is just too much work for us when we've got clients that have paid us for us to prioritize them, basically. So that's why we don't do consultations over email. It takes longer, and it's just not very appropriate. And we can get so much from the first 5 minutes of talking to someone, can't we?
Yeah.
The same as like you would with us when you talk to us in person. You get a feel for who we are, what we're after, what you're after, what we're doing, that sort of stuff. So
and also I will much better place to date. Where are smaller cities in Ukraine? Listen, dear, like again, there is no, like there is a lot of. I don't like to say that, like, listen to us. We're the only ones who know the truth. Like, don't tell anybody. Like, we're never going to do that. Like, we're never going to do that ever. So we together built like a system that is very different from anything that is out there. And of course, like all these companies, there is no way that they will like us. And, we never go across, them. And for me, like I said that, even I've been working for the companies, I never, ever contact any single guy from ex-clients that, I have contacts or on ever. Striker also have contacts like of a lot of, if person reach out to us, we talk to him. But we never contact any guy to say, listen, like we will give you discount, hot price only now, like robocalling or somebody. We were not going to do that ever. Yeah. So this is the end of the story. And but I take it like we can take only certain amount of people. And, probably our company will never be like super big because, we always want to control what's happening days and nights. We want to control everything what is happening, each couple. And now it's a little bit like difficult because like all of these couples, they're sending me pictures and videos and like questions, but I'm happy to do that. And, I want to be aware of everything that is going on. So every single guy with whom we talk, I ask him, and I can show you my red book always with me.
The CRM.
My CRM. And so here's the calls, last 2 months, we have 45 calls. Where it is, and about every so start from summer, 41 calls, and every guy I'm making notes. And so for every guy I literally look at him and I understand what he needs, where he needs to go, smaller city or bigger city, why bigger, why smaller, why this city, maybe I have a lady for him. And we even decided with Striker that, if the guy led us 1 or 2 dates, I want to do blind date for them, because sometimes I know that the guy may not choose this lady by profile because maybe there's some, but when I get to know him, I just said, just listen to this lady is for you. And recently it happened we had a heart doctor, a cardiologist, and he said I wanted him to meet the lady, and he said, no, Luba, I'm not sure. And then next morning, and she speaks English, so I left them. Next morning he said, Luba, you have to be honest with me. And I thought, oh my God, what did I do? He said, please be honest with me, tell me. And he making such poses make me worry. He said how did you know that I will like her so much? And I'm like, whew. I said, no, because I get to know you better. I understand who you are. I understand that, I met you before.
And you get to know the ladies too.
And I get to know the ladies as well. I said, when the person come to you and say, I have a pain in my heart, and the pain is like that, you a professional, what it can be. Of course, you will tell that you need to do this and this, research and maybe some ultra, whatever. But you know what it is, what is the problem. So same as us. So please also minds up, you need to do the call and I will give you best advice. And again, we never push guys, and everybody who talk to us, just 1 second, can tell that we never push to buy our service. If you get it, we're happy. If we both like each other and we accept each other, then we will work with you. But if you don't, we're happy just to advise you and give you proper advice, right?
I was talking, it was a while back now, when we first started doing the calls, to the owner, a guy who owns another dating matchmaking thing here, and I guess I was friends with him that time, and then he when I was talking to him on the phone, I said, we charge for our calls, and back then I think it was $60 or $65 right at the very start. 45, something, whatever it was. And he was dumbfounded. He couldn't believe that people were paying to talk to us. And I said, like, why is it so hard? And he says, well, how do you get them to pay? And you're going to sell them like your thing. I said, but that's not what the call is. They're not paying us for a sales call. They're paying us for a 1 hour strategy. We don't know if we're going to take them on as a client, and they don't know if they're going to take us on as a client. And that's not what the call is about. The call is not, hey, look, guys, if you sign up now, before the end of this call, I'll give you 50% off. There's none of that stuff. We're quite open about that. And, if the guy wants to know about our services, and a lot of them do, that's the reason for the call. We tell them about the service, and that's it. Otherwise, we listen to what's happened with his last relationship. Maybe he's dating a woman here. Maybe he needs some help with some other things. You're paying for an actual strategy call. You're not paying for a sales call, So that's why, we charge for the calls, because it's not a sales call. Now, I was just going to say something before I said that, but I cannot remember what it was. I just saw it here. Casey said he's 21. Dude,
Where's Casey?
He says, you've got to go down. He says...
How would they know?
I'm not going to... Well, he said...
Just 1 second.
What have you done? You've frozen the computer.
Please, no, just wait. Please, Mike goes other way.
So Casey says he's 21. If you're 21, stop doing what you're doing and go and enjoy your life for 10 years. And then come back, and we'll see you then. We might even sign you up.
I am 21, and she just turned 31.
Oh, come on, dude. You're joking, right? You're taking the piss. Funny. Anyway.
Something that Joe...
something...
So it could be a snake.
Okay.
Tak. Casey, sorry, need to take credit card of you. The comedian president.
Okay, well, I think that's been an hour, has it?
Just one second. How did we... Tak. I was video ever.
Okay, if you guys got any other questions that you'd like us to pick away at, let us know. But other than that, life is good. Odessa is awesome. I'm talking to some friends from back home the last couple of days. Also from some other parts of the world, such as the United States. And it's a pretty wild, it's strange times we're living in, And the good thing about living here, I guess, is that I don't feel that. I don't feel it so much. I don't feel the strangeness as much, and hopefully it stays that way, But it's a unique place, Ukraine. You sort of, you're not getting, like, if you're a foreigner who doesn't have to rely on local economy, you don't have to worry about some of the stuff that's over here, and you can forget about some of the stuff that may be back in your own country. Don't get me started. But that's it, right? That's it. We've had a good thing. I think Casey is trolling. My spidey senses were also going off then as well. So, okay.
But Casey changed the picture, so I believe that Casey is real. Casey, book a call with us. So we know that
book a
you're
call.
real.
Hey, yeah, okay, because I'm skeptical. But if you're real,
but I trust him. He has a good eyes and kind heart.
From the picture,
I can tell.
Do you know? She looks good from the picture.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay.
So then that's it for now. If you want to talk to us, please don't hesitate, because it's better to do now. Hello, Henry. So better to... Henry, did you ever came, you were supposed to come for the
social?
Yes.
I remember. Yeah, if you did, tell us how it went. If you didn't, you would be a lot happier than if you did. I'll leave that at that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for calling in and seeing and catching up with us. Always good to see everyone. Henry, not yet. Okay. That's better than have done.
Becomer.
Cool. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Be safe. get the vaccine, don't get the vaccine, get the jab, don't get the jab, whatever.
Jab?
The jab is like the
Oh.
Hey, someone referred to what Luba says it sometimes a bit wrong, but also very cute as Lubism the other day. I thought that was awesome. Whoever did that. All right, guys, we will see you.
And I'm waiting for you on our Telegram. Please subscribe. We see you guys next time.
We'll see you next time.